Have you ever seen a photo that makes you stop scrolling and really think, wait, did she just do that? That's the moment Brooke Shields created with her latest photos, and the internet hasn't been able to look away. Model, actress, Princeton grad, lifelong camera magnet. Brooke has been a public figure since she was a baby, and yet these images have people talking in a way they haven't in years. Today we're unpacking why and what it all means. First, a quick reminder of who Brooke Shields is. She began in front of the lens when most of us were still learning to walk. She became a superstar in model circles and Hollywood, starred in films like The Blue Lagoon, and later proved she was more than a pretty face by earning a degree from Princeton and speaking openly about body image, mental health, and motherhood. She's lived a public life with all the ups and downs, and she knows how to control a camera as well as a conversation. Oh, what's so different about these photos? The shoot leans into a fierce, unapologetic kind of beauty. Brooke wears outfits that are much more revealing than what many expect for someone in her late 50s. The styling highlights skin, posture, and presence, not youth mania, but authority. In many shots, she looks straight into the lens, steady and unbothered. The composition is intimate but deliberate. It's less about shock value and more about owning the look, the moment, and the narrative. Reactions, of course, split. A huge number of fans praised her, calling the images liberating, inspiring, and a reminder that confidence doesn't have an expiry date. For others, the photos felt jarring or too much, especially people who grew up with a different image of Brooke, wholesome, youthful, and often framed as the girl next door. That contrast is what makes the conversation interesting, and sometimes uncomfortable. Brooke's own words help explain the why. She's been vocal about the social rules that quietly tell women to age down, to be smaller, quieter, less visible. In interviews surrounding the shoot, she said she refuses to be relegated to the background because time passes. The photos are, in her telling, a refusal, a way to say she's still here, still owning her body and her choices. That flips the conversation from what did she wear to why does who wears what matter? There's a bigger cultural moment here, too. We live in a world that commodifies youth and sidelines women as they get older. When someone like Brooke, who's been in the public eye for decades, breaks that pattern, it forces a reckoning. Are we comfortable with women showing boldness past a certain age? Do we react differently when a man does the same? The photos act like a litmus test for our double standards, and for some, they're a welcome challenge. Another angle is the power of imagery itself. Photos shape stories and start conversations with a single frame. For Brooke, this photo shoot isn't only a personal statement, it's a cultural one. Whether you cheer or cringe, the photos demand we ask questions about beauty, agency, and the way social expectations change as people age. That's why a single shoot can ripple through comment sections, news desks, and living rooms. Oh, what should we take away? Maybe that Brooke Shields' latest images are less about provocation and more about permission. Permission for women and people in general to define their own visibility at every stage of life. Maybe they're an invitation to be kinder in how we respond to someone else's choice. Or maybe it's simply a reminder that a picture can start a conversation, and conversations are the first step toward change. At the end of the day, whether you think Brooke was brave or too bold isn't the only thing that matters. What matters more is the question she's raising. Who decides what's appropriate for someone else's body? If you walked away thinking, I want to be more confident, or I want to rethink how I judge others, then the photos did exactly what art is supposed to do. They made you think. Thanks for watching. Tell us, were you inspired or surprised by Brooke Shields' shoot? Drop your thoughts below, be respectful, and let's keep the conversation going. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell if you want more honest takes on the moments everyone's talking about.